Hello, welcome back to part 4, the last part of taking care of yourself in a crazy world. I'm Diane, and this is my YouTube channel, Skill Building 201. We have gotten almost finished with this workshop. We're down to number 8, Quiet Inner Work. I want to start off this part. There are a lot of different ways that we can do quiet inner work that takes care of ourselves. The one that I want to mention here is meditation. Meditation, if you're interested in doing it, you can look online and find a whole bunch of different ways of doing it, and I've done it different ways, but my current favorite way is the Buddhist way, and that is you sit down wherever you're comfortable, and you close your eyes and you go as quiet as you can. And what works for me, there are a lot of different methods you can use to get into it, and I've tried a lot of them, counting up, counting down, going downstairs in your mind, that sort of thing. But what works for me these days is I open a door and I'm outside in the fog. I'm in thick pea soup fog in my mind, and in the background you can just barely make out some trees. I'm in a forest in the fog, and that's how I get started. I find that meditation partners very well with prayer. With prayer, you're doing the talking, and in meditation, you're doing the listening. In prayer, I always start with gratitude. Thank you so much for, and there's so much to be thankful for. And then I express what I'd like to see happen or what I don't know what to do about or whatever. And then I meditate, and in meditation, I listen. There are many ways to meditate, but the way that I like best right now, and you can look them up online and find one that works for you the best, but I like the Buddhist way right now, where you are just trying to get your mind to be blank. And you will inevitably have a thought come into your mind, and you just mentally say, thought, and you push it out. Another one comes in, you say, thought, in your mind, and push it out. And the idea is to let your mind be as blank as you can. You do this for about 20 minutes. You do it for whatever works for you. Some people do it for a whole lot longer, and if you only can do it for 2 minutes, it's better than none. I see meditation as having 2 big values. One is it helps reset the mind, just like sleep does. If you have a problem and you don't know what to do about it, you go to sleep, and overnight your subconscious and unconscious work on it, and often in the morning you wake up and you say, of course, this is what I want to do. So it's a reset of that type of thing, and dreams are also resets. And also, if your phone or your computer or your television stop working, if you call for help, the first thing they will say is, turn it off. Have you turned it off yet? And wait a little bit and turn it back on. That's a reset. Meditation does that for you. The second thing is you get to go into yourself. You go into yourself, you get to know yourself better, and you have a connection to the divine and to the universe in a way that not much else gives you that. So I'm waving the flag for meditation, and I'm trying to get back to it on a regular basis. I am too task oriented, which is a double-edged sword. I get a lot done, but I need to do the other work too. It's important. There's journaling. There's actually in a really good book called The Artist's Way, she Julia Cameron, has us wake up every morning and just write for half an hour. Just take a book and handwriting, just write about anything at all. It's a type of journaling and it's a type of therapy. And she says, whatever you write about then won't get in your way when you're trying to be creative, because this is a spiritual path to higher creativity. It's a good book. Visualizations are wonderful. You can find out more about that online. Affirmations, we've done a little bit with that. Developing a positive explanatory style. There are other things too. Your artwork could be inner work. Your music can be inner work. Your walking in nature can be inner work. There's a lot of it, but it all is alone. This is you can do it with other people too, but the real benefit is the times you're doing it alone. Okay? And last is finding balance. My favorite quote on balance is, I know balance. I recognize it as I swing past. And that's pretty much all of us. These are the things that it's kind of good to check on. If your life seems like it's out of order and you feel like you're a little bit off balance, these are the things you can check on. Physical. Do you get enough exercise? Are you eating a good balanced diet? Are you keeping up with your checkups for your body and your teeth, etc.? Are you taking good care of your body? That's basically it. And does your body do for you what you want it to? Mental. Grow mentally. Try new things. Take a class. Learn a language. Learn an instrument. Believe me, this has been, getting on YouTube has been a huge mental challenge for me. Trial and error, and starting from not knowing a thing about it, this has been a real achievement for me that I'm proud of. And it's helped my brain. I think I've added 5 years to my brain's life by doing this. Challenge yourself mentally, challenge yourself creatively. Emotional, are you hopefully in a place that you can be a calm and tranquil person and not have a lot of ups and downs? Can you manage your emotions well? Can you get past the things that upset you? Can you recognize and accept your feelings, your strengths, and your weaknesses? And this is a good place that, if not, it's a good place for therapy, once again. Spiritual, something that task-oriented people like myself often don't give precedence to, and we should. We need to. Step number 1 for a spiritual journey is to find a church or a synagogue or a temple or a whatever that you feel comfortable in, and go. There are, in bookstores, there are whole sections devoted to spiritual. I have a stack of books that high I want to read about spiritual. I love to know about philosophy. I love to know about ethics, religions of the world, all of that I just love, and I need to devote time to reading. And I bought the books, I brought them home, here they are, and I've read some of them, but I need to keep at it. Do you know what you believe and why? Do you have a set of beliefs and values that give purpose to your life? Okay, those are the internal ones. Externally, social life. Introverts, don't worry about it, because I know that you know your limits, and give yourself whatever you need. We extroverts don't understand introverts, so you have to take care of yourselves. For the rest of us, we need a social life. We need friends. We need companions. We need people we can call in a crisis. We like to go out to places. We go out to live plays. We go out to concerts in the park. Summer's coming. All kinds of festivities go on in our parks in the summer, and that's wonderful. How social are you? Too social? Are you not social enough? A lot of us get overly socialed out, and we have to pull back and give ourselves a little rest and in between time. Occupational, do you like your job? If you don't like your job, there will always be good and bad days, but if generally you don't like going to work, look into changing careers. Look into finding a job that you do like, because it's a big part of our days, a big part of our lives. Okay, thank you. So we are now done with this workshop. There's one small thing left. 3 articles that I've kept from decades ago that I enjoy. Complex characters handle stress better. The thought is that if you are involved in a home life, a work life, a civic organization, and a church or synagogue or temple, any trouble you might be having in any one of those areas, the other ones kind of smooth it over for you. And it's not so traumatic and not such an upheaval for you. The second one is, studies suggest illusions key to healthy mind. And the gist of this article is, we all are probably not quite as good looking as we think we are, not quite as smart as we think we are, not quite as socially adept as we think we are, but that's okay, because it helps us do better out there in the world, if we believe that. So that is not a problem. And the third one is from a wonderful book by one of my heroes, Richard Bolles, B-O-L-L-E-S, The 3 Boxes of Life. He also wrote What Color's Your Parachute, which is a very good career exploration book to start with. And in this book, The 3 Boxes of Life, the 3 boxes being education, work, and retirement, he says, I have learned from the past that my effectiveness is decreased by people who are manipulative, boring, buck passers, always serious, missionary types, incompetent, rigid, highly competitive, a whole list of traits that when we're with people like that, it wears us down. It just does. And therefore, in the future, I'll try to surround myself with people who are direct and honest, stimulating, share the work, showing a sense of humor, accepting differences, competent, etc., all the way down. Choose who you spend time with, because it can make a rather profound difference in your life. My next workshop is going to be dealing with difficult people, and I have a different slant on it than anything else I've seen, so join me for that, please. Thank you.